Here again with another tool review. Today we're rounding out the 1/4 inch ratchet comparison in-depth videos with the Icon locking flex head ratchet and bit set 35 piece from Harbor Freight. Costs $44.99 currently. I believe when I got mine it was closer to 40, so it's inflation for you, you know. Sadly, I bought some stuff. I remember buying it 1 or 2 years ago. It was like 10% cheaper. It was whack. Anyway, had this for about a year probably, so I've got to use it a decent amount. Probably a little less than a year actually, because I got it when I got my new car after that. So let's see. It comes in a little rubberized plastic case. Not sure what the material is called. Some kind of rubberized plastic. It's a dual material. It's kind of similar to what they use on their ratchets, you know, like this black part is like the rubberized portion of your comfort grip, while the plastic's like, you know, the harder end of the ratchet handle. And it's got a little, I'm not sure if this is metal, I think it's plastic, just painted to look like metal. That's like what you slide to open it. So you just, if you're facing it, you slide it to the right, and it just pops open. And inside you've got your bits, ratchet, and extension. So we'll go over each piece of this individually, and then we'll get to the teardown portion. So start with our 1/4 inch ratchet. This isn't your standard 1/4 inch square, although it does come with one. It's 1/4 inch hex, and this is pretty thin. If I grab one of the bits here, you can see they sit about flush with the inside dimple. To adjust the head angle, you press this little button. It's a plastic button, by the way. Although, actually, it might not be plastic. I think that is metal, actually. Yeah, metal button. How it works is it's got a V shape, and when you push the button down, it moves downward so that you can move it. And you can go all the way to 90 degrees both ways. You can lock it at any point within the travel, or if you hold the button down, I suppose you could use it like a regular flex head. Oh shoot, I want to drop it. I don't believe it is adjustable because it's got this rivet, as you can see, both sides. Let me see if I can count how many positions we've got. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. Mine's kind of rough. Anyway, it's got a decent amount of positions, certainly plenty. I've definitely owned locking flex heads with less, like my 1/2 inch Husky. I think we discussed in the previous video that this is a 60 tooth. We can go over that again. I'll hold it right here. I probably should move it the other way actually. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, 60 tooth. So 15 clicks for a 1/4 turn. Let's see what degree swing arc that is. 360 divided by 60. That is 6 degree swing arc. Let's see. I think that about covers the ratchet. This reverse lever is very tactile, very nice. You can see it moves the drive, but it is an independent system because the reverse lever does not move. Next up, the extension slash handle extension. So down in the tip, you've got your rare earth magnet. See if I can focus on that for you. Yeah, see the magnet down in there? Not cleanable, I don't believe. So if you get crudding down in there, you're gonna have to pick it out. So there's two ways. There's actually 3 ways you can use this. Okay. So if you put it in the end of your handle, you get some extra reach. Let's see what size handle this is. If it says 4-inch extension, so you can either extend the handle of your ratchet by 4 inches, which I love doing that. That's my favorite way. Just like even on lower torque fasteners, it just makes it a lot easier when you have the room. You just knock it between your fingers, you know, that's how you normally use it. Theoretically, you could even add even more length if you had another 1/4 inch extension like that, 1/4 inch hex. Okay, second way, if you put it in the head of the ratchet where it's not aligned with this white dot, then it acts as a regular 4 inch extension, ratchet extension, once again extending it to 1/4 inch hex. And if you line these this dotted area, let's see if I can focus on that. There we go. If you line that dotted area up and the notched area up with the white dot, you can see it from this side and from that side. If you line it up, it slides through the head and you have a T-handle, because there is also a magnet, a rare earth magnet in the bottom of the ratchet. Let's see if I can focus that. There we go. Once again, not cleanable, but pretty strong magnet, and then you can get a decent amount of leverage. Centralized, you know, T-handle. The locking head function works no matter what mode you're using it in, you know. Makes sense. Suppose if you really wanted to, you could use this like some weird, like, extension this way, but it's not very practical, probably. Anyways, now that we've gone over the ratchet and extension, we can get into the bits included. So, out of the bits included, you've got, let's see, we'll go through them. We got Phillips. You've got hex, SAE hex to be exact. You've got posi drive. You have metric hex. You've got your 1/4 inch square drive adapter, if I can pick it up correctly. So you can put your 1/4 inch socket on there. You've also got tamper resistant torques. Pretty nice. As well as standard torques. And finally, you've got a couple flathead bits. There's one of them. And as you can see, down in the case, there's rubberized holders for everything. That's where the ratchet would go. You know, I took it out since we're going to be tearing it down in a little bit. Fits nice and snug, and the bit holders are hex-shaped, if I can focus on it. Hex-shaped bit holder. So it holds it in a certain orientation. Now let's go through all the different bits. There are, let's see, I think there's 35 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33. Plus the extension and ratchet, that equals 35 pieces. They don't count the case, I guess. Anyway, let's go through all of them. So, starting with posi drive, smallest one they include, PZ1. They've got a different design to them than what I'm used to. They've got the shaft narrowed down from the standard 1/4 inch bits. I'll go grab one of my iFixit ones real quick to compare. Be right back. Alright, so let's grab a PZ1 from the iFixit Manta toolkit. Alright, here we go. As you can see, the iFixit on the right, or I guess it's your left probably, and the icon on the left, or right. Anyway, this one's iFixit, this one's the icon. Both made of S2 steel. However, you can see the iFixit one's definitely got a thicker shank and a larger drive surface area. you can really see those posi drive features right there, the extra little divots. While on the icon you can see them a little bit, but let's see if I can focus on it. Gosh. Yeah, definitely not as clear though. I just really don't want to focus, does it? I think you can kind of see the extra posi drive feature in there. Put that, fix it a bit back. Okay, next up, you've got posi drive 2. You can see the feature more on those. And you've also got PZ3. And that rounds out to the posi drive set. Alright, now on to the standard hex. I won't bother showing you all these individually up close, but you've got 1/8 inch hex. You've got 5/32 hex. You've got 3/16 inch hex, and you've got 1/4 inch hex. That's kind of cool because there's no real distinction. You could put it in either way, I think. Yeah, put it in drive side first, or you can put it in the other side first. Although it does hold better if you put it in correct way because it's got the little retention notches, you know. All right, for Phillips, you've got Phillips 1, Phillips 2, and you've got Phillips 3. Very nice quality on these. As for hex, you've got hex metric, you've got 8mm. You've got, it's a little hard to put those back in since they're keyed. You've got 7mm. You have 6mm. See if they got any half sizes in here. You got 5. Dang. Butterfingers today, aren't I? There's 5. You got 4. You've got 3. .5mm. 2mm. And finally, for the metric hexes, you've got 1.5mm. So you got quite a wide range of metric. That's always nice. And then here is that 1/4 inch drive adapter. Alright, onto the flatheads. You've got slot heads, whatever you want to call it. Got a 4mm one. So these are metric, they're not standard. And you've also got a 5.5mm flathead. Very nice quality on these. Got a nice satin finish. Alright, now for the standard Torxes, you've got T6. You've got T7. T8. And finally, for the last of the standard Torxes, you've got a T9. So, very cool. For the tamper-proof ones, you've got a tamper-proof T10, tamper-proof T15, tamper-proof T20, tamper-proof T25, tamper-proof T27. Let's see, tamper-proof T30. And finally, for the last of the tamper-proof torques and the last of the bits, got a tamper-proof T40. Also, like to note that all of these bits have pretty nice stamped in lettering denoting what type of bit they are. Let's see if I can show y'all better. Upside down. Okay, maybe that's correct. Anyways, as you can see, that's not going to wear off because it's not laser etched. Very easy to read. Alright, now that we've gone over the basic overview, we can get into the teardown. So I'll show you how I'm going to take it apart, and then I'm going to have to pause the video probably because this clip is very hard to get out with the tools I have on hand. But it's just an E-clip pretty much, and after you get that out, you can just pull the drive out. So pause the video, and I'll be back when I get that clip off. Alright guys, I got that little clip out. What I ended up doing was getting the little precision bit from my Leatherman, the flathead side, and basically I slid it in between this portion enough to pry it up, and then use the pliers portion on my Leatherman to pull it the rest of the way out. Anyways, after you get that little wire clip out, how you take the end drive out is you push on it and it'll pop out like that. As you can see, there's our mechanism, little gear. There's your 60 tooth. If I can focus on it. There we go. There's the 60 tooth gear. Very nice. I don't believe you could put an O-ring in this thing if you wanted to, although certain you could try. As you can see, in certain areas there's not a lot of material, but this thing's pretty strong. I've put a decent amount of force on it, that's for sure. And down in there, let's see, you can see your little paw. Now, given the track record I've had with the pawls and their little springs, I hope you don't mind that I'll leave that in there this time. I would hate to lose that, especially given how scarce these things are. If I haven't mentioned that, they are pretty scarce. I guess Harbor Freight can't pump enough of them out, because this is kind of one of their hit tools, honestly, from what I gather. I mean, I really enjoy it. So putting it back on, that goes a lot easier. I was just able to slip it on there with my finger. So that will conclude today's Ratchet overview and teardown. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you think it deserves it. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Try to respond to all my comments. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.